guys doing on live stream?
I don't think the live stream's connected just yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally took your Siddur away.
You're allowed to take my
I
Siddur.
was obsessively cleaning, neating up.
Things should be clean for the new year. Shabbat shalom, everyone. It is what a delight for us to be together. Those of you that are joining us online, those of you that are joining us here in person, your presence is so appreciated as we ring in this last Shabbat of 5781 together. We're going to begin our services this evening with Yedid Nefesh, and you can find that on a page of 10, on page 10.
Yedid nefesh harachama neshok abdak el ritzona yarut abdak kemo haya yishtachavel muhadara ki erav lo yediduta minofetzu v'cholta yai nai 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 Yedid nefesh harachama neshok abdak el ritzona yarut abdak kemo haya yishtachavel muhadara ki erav lo yediduta minofetzu v'cholta yai nai 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 yai nai 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 yadarai yai nai 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 yai nai 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 yadanai.
That is just so beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cantor. Thank you. Oh, Lechuna Ranana, page 11.
This is a newer melody that I've introduced in the last few weeks. So I'll nigun first. Yay, that's really high. Let's try that again. Ya na na ya na na ya na 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 ya na na ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na na ya na na ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na na ya na na ya na 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 ya na na ya na na ya na 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 let our voices ring. Come let us sing. Dannah, Dannah, let's Dannah, Dannah, you are our shelter. Dannah, Dannah, let's Dannah, Dannah, come let us sing. Let our voices ring. Come let us sing. Na 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 ya na na ya na 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 ya na na ya na na ya na na ya na 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 ya na na ya na na ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na na na.
We turn it now to page, I just like choosing the page. Page 14, We're going to do Ya'aloz Sadai, which is 6 lines from the bottom of page 14. It also happens to be, I think, 8 lines from the top. There you go. Right in the middle there. Ya'aloz Sadai.
Ya'aloz Sadai, B'cho Shebo, Ya'aloz Sadai, ay, 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 Ya'aloz Sadai, B'cho Shebo, Ya'aloz Sadai, yai, lai, 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 Az Yiranenu, Kol Hatzei, Az Yiranenu, Kol Hatzei, Az Yiranenu Kol Hatzei Az Yiranenu Kol Hatzei Ya'aloz Sadai B'cho Shebo Ya'aloz Sadai ay 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 Ya'aloz Sadai B'cho Shebo Ya'aloz Sadai ay 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 Az Yiranenu Kol Hatzei Az Yiranenu Kol Hatzei Az Yiranenu Kol Hatzei Az Yiranenu Kol Hatzei Ya'aloz Sadai B'cho Shebo Ya'aloz Sadai ay 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 Ya'aloz Sadai B'cho Shebo Ya'aloz Sadai ay 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 the fun one.
Oh, yeah. We're going to turn it now to Romamu, bottom of page 20.
That page right now. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu V'hishtakavu Lehar Kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu V'hishtakavu Lehar Kodsho.
Ki
Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu.
Repeat after Cantor. Ki
Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu Adonai Eloheinu V'yishtachavu Lehar Kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu V'yishtachavu Lehar Kodsho.
Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Adonai Eloheinu V'yishtachavu Lehar Kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu V'yishtachavu
Lehar Kodsho.
All right.
No, I was gonna. Well, you can do whatever you want.
Annette.
Do that one. Okay, that's cool.
All right, now we turn to page 21. Mizmor LeDavid. Please rise.
Mizmor LeDavid. Havul Adonai ben Elim. Havul Adonai. Kavod va'oz yain havul Adonai kevod shemo
Yishtachavu l'Adonai b'harat kodesh kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod hirim Adonai al mayim rabim kol Adonai b'koach ay 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 kol Adonai בהדר כל אדוני שובר ארזים וישבר אדוני את הזהבנון וירקידם כמו עגל לבנון וסיר Kadesh Kol Adonai Yachil Midbar Yachil Adonai Midbar Kadesh Kol Adonai Cholel Ayalot Vayechesof Yeharot Uvehechalo Kulo Omer Kavod Ay Adonai Lama Bu Yeshev Adonai Melech Le'olam Whoa Adonaios Le'amo Yiten Adonai Yevarech Et Amo V'Shalom Yalai Lalai Lai Lai Lalai 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 Lai Lai Lalai 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 Lai Lai Lalai. And we are seated as we turn to page 23, Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pene Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pene Shabbat, Nekabela. Shamor Bezachor, Bedibur Echad, Ishmianu El Hamuchad, Adonai Echad, Ushemo Echad, Shemu Tiferet, Veli Tehillah. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pene Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pene Shabbat, Nekabela. Likrat Shabbat, Lechu V'Necha, Ki Mekor HaBracha, Merosh Miked Nesucha, Sofa Aseh, V'Machashavat Chila. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pene Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pene Shabbat, Nekabela.
Page 25.
Doreri, doreri, Kiva orechu mi ori. Uri, uri, shir daberi. Kevod Adonai, alayich chemla. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pene Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pene Shabbat, Nekabela. Yamin u'smol tifrotzi, Ve'et Adonai ta'aritzi. Al yanish ben parsi, V'nismecha v'nagila. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala,
Pene Shabbat, Nekabela.
Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pene Shabbat, Nekabela.
We rise and turn towards the door to welcome in the Sabbath bride, to welcome in a moment of peace and wholeness, of understanding and blessing, to let go of all the stresses, all the anxieties, everything that's holding us back, to enter this holy island of stillness, this Shabbat.
Boi v'shalom, ateret ba'olam, gam b'simcha u'b'tzola, toch emunei am segula. Boi kala, lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pene Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה.
So beautiful. We're seated. We turn now to page 27, a psalm for Shabbat.
It's okay. Ah, there it is. Okay. That's really low.
There's so many. This one on the previous page.
Pick one. Okay, let's do this one. Tov lehodot l'Adonai u'zamer l'shimcha elyon. Tov lehodot l'Adonai u'zamer l'shimcha elyon. Lehagid boker chasecha ve'emunatcha baleilot. Lehagid boker chasecha ve'emunatcha baleilot. Tov lehodot l'Adonai u'zamer l'shimcha elyon. Tov lehodot l'Adonai u'zamer l'shimcha elyon. Lehagid b'boker chasecha ve'emunatcha baleilot. Lehagid b'boker chasecha ve'emunatcha baleilot. Tov lehodot l'Adonai u'zamer l'shimcha elyon. Odinu b'seva d'sheni v'nananimiu le'agid ki ashar Adonai tzuri ve'lo avlata bo.
Page 29.
Mikolot ma'im rabim adirim b'shperei amadir b'marom Adonai edotecha nemnu mehod leveitcha nava kodesh le'orech yamim.
And we now turn to page 30. Mourners and those observing Yahrzeit, please rise and join with me in these words of Kaddish. Yitgadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabba.
Amen.
Be'alma divara kirutei. Be'amlich malchutei. B'chayechon u'v'yomechon. U'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'v'zaman kariv. Ve'imeru. Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabba Mevorach Le'olam Ul Omei Olmaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpoar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yit'aleh V'yithalal Shemei Dekucha Barich Hu Le'elah Min Kol Birchata B'shirata Tushbachata V'nechemata Da'amiran Be'alama Ve'imeru. Amen. Yehei Shalama Rabba Min Shamaya V'chayim Aleinu B'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imeru. Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'al Kol Yoshevei Tevel Ve'imeru. Amen. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Oh, thanks, Cantor. You may be seated. Shabbat Shalom to all of you that are joining us here in person. And also, it's wonderful, Hannah and Frank, Linda and Les, Stephen, Susan, Michael, Cheryl, and Stan, to see that all of you are here, and Rob as well. And Cheryl commented here, Cantor, that she really enjoyed your melodies tonight. And I got to say that I did as well. So thank you for all of those and for inspiring and lifting us all.
You're very welcome.
Oh. This week, we read Torah portion is Nitzavim Va'elach, which is two of the later portions in Deuteronomy. And my favorite part of Nitzavim Va'elach, it's in Nitzavim, and it is the origin of this story that the rabbis tell based on these verses in the portion. What the rabbis say is that God, when God created the world, after creating the plants and the animals and the fish and the birds, the sky and the sea, the sun, the moon, and the stars, all the different things, and it was time to create humanity, God shared with the angels that God was going to give humans the blessing of God's image. That's why it says in the Torah that we're all created in the divine image. And the angel said, but you don't understand. Humans have a capacity to do wrong. Humans have a capacity to abuse the gifts that you give them. The angels decide we have to protect God's image from people and our sometimes nefarious ways. And so the angels debated what to do. And one angel said, well, let us place the divine image at the farthest mountain, up the highest that can be. But another angel said, but eventually humans will reach there and they will uncover the divine image. And so then the angel said, another angel popped up and said, well, let's bury God's image deep beneath the sea. But another angel said, eventually they'll be able to excavate that as well. Let's put God's image at the farthest flung place, as far as can be. But of course, another angel pops up and says, well, eventually humans will discover that as well. And then where will we be? So they turn to the wisest of the angels who says, I know where we can put the divine image. I know where we can put God's image, where it will be safe, where it will be protected, where no human will find it so easily. They hid God's image deep in the human heart, deep in the human soul, in somewhere where it's hard for us to see it, especially when we look at ourselves. But when we're with somebody who cares for us, who looks at us, who helps us see our greatest within ourselves, it's not so hard to pull out of others. And this is what it is. When our rabbis read this portion, when it says, it's not in heaven, it's not beyond the sea, it's not on the mountain. These are verses from our portion, but rather it is deep within your heart. That there is a sacred imprint within each of us. That there is goodness. That there is something within us that is worthy of love and appreciation of everything that we sometimes think we don't deserve, of every blessing. And that our Torah, what it teaches us, is it teaches us to be those angels who help those that we love and those that we're close to see that within themselves, and who open ourselves to see that within others. It says that we are created in the image of God, but the remarkable thing is, of course, without a mirror or a video camera or a photo, we can't see ourselves. But others around us, they can see us, and they too can see the godliness within us. As we approach this new year, may we all be blessed to see God within ourselves and God within those that surround us. Shabbat Shalom. And with that, I invite Cantor to return. As we begin our evening service, please rise and we turn to page 39 for the Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
And we are seated.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidbaro bari barabim asher bidbaro bari barabim בחוכמה פותח שערים ובתבונה משנה איתי ומחליף את הזמנים ומסדר את הכוכבים במשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו, בחוכמה פותח שערים, ובתבונה משנה עיתים ומחליף את הזמנים ומסדר את הכוכבים משמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו. ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים.
Page 40, Ahavat Olam.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות וחוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגה יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. וחיה אם שמות תשמעו מצוותיי אשר אמרתם לכם ובטוב בכל לבבכם ובכל נפשכם. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור. אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Page 44.
ומלכותו ורצון קיבלו עליהם משה מרים ובני ישראל, לחנו שירה ושמחה רבה ואמרו כולם. Ya bye bye bim bim bam, ya bye 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 bim bam, ya bye bye bim bim bam, ya bye 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 bim bam, ya bye 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 bye, ya bye 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 bim bam, ya bye 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 bye, ya bye 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 bim bam. Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar bakodesh nora tehilot o sefele nora tehilot o sefele alechutecha ra'u vanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam Ze'eli, anu ve'amru, Adonai loch le'olam va'ed. Ya bye bye bim bim bam, ya bye 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 bim bam, ya bye bye bim bim bam, ya bye 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 bim bam, ya bye 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 bye, ya bye 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 bim bam, ya bye 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 bye, ya bye 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 bim bam. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Page 45, Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim ufros aleinu dukad shlomecha ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim ushmor tzeitenu uvoenu lechaim ulshalom me'ata ve'ad olam hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Yai na 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 yai na na yai na 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 yai na na yai na 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 yai na na yai na 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 yai na na. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha baruch atah Adonai hapores sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim.
We all rise as we turn to page 46, Vishamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית גולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית גולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום, כי ששת ימים, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש שבת וינפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה
אמן.
ועלמא דברה קידותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו
אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה,
בריחו,
לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירה בעלמא, ואמרו,
Amen. We remain standing as we recite in silent devotion the Friday night Amidah, beginning on page 47, offering the prayers of our hearts and the prayers on the page.
פתח לי בתורתך ובמצוותיך, פתח ליבי, תרדוף נפשי. Open my heart, let me love, let me live. Learn how to give, learn how to give. Open my soul, every blessing reminds me. Your love will find me, your love will find me. Tach, ליבי בתורתך ובמצוותיך, פתח ליבי, תרדוף נפשי, תרדוף נפשי.
You may be seated.
יתקדש ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
בעלמא דברי קריאותי וימיך מלכותי בחייך ונביאך ונבחי לכל בית ישראל. בעגלה בזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעולמי יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתלשמד קודשה.
בריחו.
לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בימיו אמרו.
אמן.
תתקבע סנטון בהודון לכל ישראל קודם אבון ובשמיא ואמרו.
אמן.
יהי שלום הרבה מן שמיא וחיים על ערבי כל ישראל וילמדו.
אמן.
עושה שלום ממרמיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו.
Amen. Right, we now offer a prayer of healing for all those who are ill.
מי שברך אבותינו מקור הברכה לאמותינו, may the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing and let us say Amen.
May God, who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who brought healing to Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those from whom we now pray, including Eliyahu ben Shoshana, Joan Sheff, Arnold Cohen, Mabry Ballard, Meyer David ben Brindle, Brooklyn Adley Moskowitz, Betty Hirsch, Shalom ben Pessel, Chaim Michal ben Yitzchak v'Yocheved, Errol Rafal, Chaim ben Chanav Label, Mike Martin, Eileen Martin, Iris Granick, Brian Perlman, Betty Singer, Shira bat Chaya ben Moshe, Chaya Chassel bat Devora, Anshel ben Kleinefega, Anna Boardman, Shmuel Velvel ben Devora, Chaya bat Rella, Rochvael Chaim ben Sylvia, Aaron Ephraim ben Svishner, Frema Elka bat Arya Lev Esther Rachel, Roberta Lipsman, Hainik ben Rhodes, Chaim Leib ben Pinchas Vizelda, Tammy Trow, Sarah Vida bat Esther, Perla bat Chila Esther, Barak ben Bracha. If you have anyone that you'd like to add, yes. Lori Spearman. May the Holy One restore them to fullness of health of body, of mind, and spirit, and bless them and all others on the road to recovery.
מי שברך אמותינו מקור הברכה לאבותינו, bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
We rise for Aleinu, page 56.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. בהשבותה אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים. ונאמן והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
And we are seated with the exception of those who remain standing for the mourner's Kaddish. We're recognizing this week the yahrzeits of Carol Weinstein, Kimberly Kerr's mother, Carol Young, Rob Young's mother, David Dabrow, Norman Schutzbank's stepfather, Joseph Pfeffer, Dr. Robert Pfeffer's dad, Sadie Glass, Selma Glass's mother-in-law, Fred Friedman, Laura Sharp's brother, Charles Yeagerman, Esther Yeagerman's father-in-law and Helen Locke's grandfather, Rivka Bernstein, Betty Hirsch's grandmother, Eleanor Bernstein, Rita Walton's mother, Dorothy Goldstein, Neil Goldstein's mother, Solomon Figus, Ike Figus's father, Rose Bernstein, Phyllis Epner's mother, Sarah Green, Louis Shapiro's mother-in-law, Joseph Binder, Eva Binder's father, Louis Albert, Phillips Horowitz's father-in-law, Reuben Elberg, Eileen Gross's father. We pray to Hey Nishmatam Tzurah B'Tzurah Chaim, the souls of all of our loved ones past, be bound in the bond of life eternal. Join with me in the words of Kaddish, page 58. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divara kibrutei, ve'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon, ufchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizaman kariv, ve'imeru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach, le'alam ul'omei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpawar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudsha b'richu le'elah min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alama ve'imeru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oseh shalom b'meromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshevei tevel ve'imeru amen. It's now my pleasure to invite Rob Young to share this evening's announcements.
Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you, Cantor, for leading us in services tonight. Thank you also to Scott Wiggin for your technical assistance, always appreciated, and to our greeters this evening. High holiday tickets with service assignments and streaming links have been sent via email. You'll need to print these if you're attending any in-person services. If after checking your incoming emails and spam, you confirm you have not gotten an email, please contact Amy Lieber at highholidays@congregationortzion.org. You can pick up your holiday gifts from Rabbi Green and your honey and or a machzor for the holidays on Sunday between 10 a.m. and 11:30 or between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Also on Monday between 11 and 3. Also, if you haven't picked up your youth programming bags, you can pick those up at those times as well. If the high holidays are coming, it's time to think about sukkah planning, and it's not too late to order a sukkah from the Sukkah Project. I just checked online and they're still taking orders for sukkahs. You can check them out at the sukkahproject.com. And of course, you can always contact the Or Tzion Men's Club Sukkah Building Brigade, and they'll be happy to help you build your own sukkah. Volunteers are welcome to join the brigade. Contact Michael Feinberg with any questions. You can renew your gift of the heart commitment for the 21-22 year. Visit otaz.org/gift to learn more. And lastly, we'd like to remind you that one way you can help with the current disaster relief efforts is through the support of Nechama, the Jewish response to disaster. To learn more about Nechama and their current work helping to repair the damages caused by Hurricane Ida, you can check their website at nechama.org. Please check our website weekly and the e-bulletin for important information on services and virtual program details. Shabbat Shalom and Shana Tova, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Rob, for those announcements. I'm joined here by my son, Archer, who's going to help us with Kiddush. But first, we're going to quickly do the Psalm for the season on page 59. The David Adonai Revish Memerahan.
ולהם ענתי לראות בטוב אדוני בארץ חיים. קבל אדוני, חזק ויאמץ ליבך וקבל אדוני.
Kiddush can be found on page 55. Savri, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu Olam, Borei Peri Hagafen, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddishanu mitzvotav veratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'avav ratzon hichilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikraye kodesh, zecher l'tziat mitzrayim, kivanu v'charta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha, ve'yava uvratzon inchalta, Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-shabbat. Amen. Thanks, Archer. Want to drink some?
It's grape juice.
It's grape juice. You can take it back with you to where. All right, I'll return for you. A fine vintage.
Stop and Shop's best.
Exactly. We're going to conclude now with a concluding song
I like this one.
on page 60.
Hacham Amerosh Hailanot Nistalka Bohu Venetza Likrat Shabbat Hamalka Hine Hiodadet HaKedosha HaBrucha Ne'ima Malachim Tzva Shalom Umnucha Boi Hamalka Boi Hakala Shalom Aleichem Malachei HaShalom Kibalnu Pnei Shabbat Birnana Utfila Habaita Nashuva Balev Malegila Shamaru Chashulchan Hanerot Yahiru Kopinot Habayit Yizrachu Yazhiru Shabbat Shalom Umevorach Shabbat Shalom Umevorach Boachem leShalom Malachei HaShalom
Adonai Oz Lemo Yitzan Adonai Varechet Hamova Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom Shabbat Shalom Shabbat Shalom Umevorach Shabbat Shalom Shabbat Shalom Shabbat Shalom Umevorach Bim bam bim 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 bam bim 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 bidi 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 bim bam bim 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 bam bim 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 bam Shabbat Shalom hey Shabbat Shalom hey Shabbat Shalom Mevorach Shabbat Shalom hey Shabbat Shalom Shabbat Shalom Umevorach
Shabbat Shalom.
To everybody in Zoom Live.